I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So as we're moving more towards more and more people becoming Series 3 complete, one of the things that starts becoming a use for your goal is the token bundles, the variant bundles, all the different kind of bundles. And part of what I wanted to talk about, and this is just more of maybe a mini thing, is if I could go back in time and do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have bought a lot of them. And even saying that out loud, I know I couldn't convince myself not to buy the bundles back in the day. And it's not a money issue. I mean, if you're low on money and you don't have the money, fine, don't buy the bundles. But it really comes down to the issue with the bundles is the fact that the reason that I bought them back in the day is that I was missing parts. And when you become Series 3 complete, you'll never see a bundle for a card you're missing. Unless they fix that somewhere in the future where they'll offer Series 4, Series 5 cards, that'd be a really weird thing to do. I mean, they could do it in a variant, I guess, but it'd basically be like the easiest buy almost to a certain degree. And that's because the 4 and 5 cards are so hard to come by. And that's why I bought them at 3. When I was lower down on the track, and if you're lower down on the track, these bundles become very sexy, for lack of a better word. Especially when they have variants in them or cards that you're missing. Like the one that I know that I bought right off the bat was the Sarah bundle, which was way back in the day. And the reason I bought that is because Sarah is such a stick card. But it's important that if you want people to buy the bundles, and I'm not going to say that Second Generation is a company that wants people to buy the bundles, they can't always be Series 1 and Series 2 cards. You have to have some Series 3 in there. And the problem is once you get to be Series 3 complete, unless they make a change somewhere in the future, which they might do, and I would be partially happy with, partially upset with, more it's 4s and 5s, because it might even be an answer to some of the congestion that you fall into when you get further down on this one, when you start going into stuff like the bundles here, the extra cards you're missing. Like, if you wanted stature, maybe you could offer her as a bundle where she showed up as a variant of herself for less than 3,000 collector's tokens. When you think about this particular card is basically saying this particular token bundle that's showing up now for Scroll Girl, that if you spend this much gold, you get this much token. And this is actually like almost the correct amount of conversion. It should have about 1,000 more tokens in it. So it should be like 55 collector's tokens. So if you're saying that a regular card is worth, a Series 4 card is worth 3,000 gold. And for roughly about that amount of money, you should be able to buy a variant on this particular card. So for roughly about 3,000 gold. Let's go down. Oops. Oh, I don't want to buy stuff. So let's say 3,000 gold. Let's put that about here. So for roughly about 50 bucks, you should be able to buy a Series 4 card. And for roughly, 100 bucks, you would buy a Series 5 card. That's 6,000. That's the only one that comes close to 6,000, 8,000. You might be able to get to about 6,000 if you did 35 twice, which would be 70. And throw in another 10, so like 80 bucks maybe. So, I mean, that's what you have to charge to kind of make it fair, and then you'd still have the issue of if I bought a variant for stature, I know that later down the road I still have to get the base card of stature because second general will let you buy variants of cards you don't own and let you play with them, but it still means that somewhere down your track you're going to get the base card of it. One of the caches is going to be the base card. And the issue with that is just the fact that how bad would it feel to spend even 30 bucks on this? And I'm not saying that they should be 30 bucks for it. But to spend 30 bucks on a variant for stature, and then later down the road, be upset, be concerned that you got her in the cash. I mean, I don't know which is better if you would find her right after you found that and then that's cash. Or you'd be like, oh man, I just spent 30 bucks on this card because I wanted to play with it. And now I got it in my cash, or if it would be the last card you ever got in the cash, being like, this one's going to stay unfound in the cache until you've got all of the cards to get a variant of it. But then it feels bad when she starts going down in price. When she goes from 4 to 3, you sit there and go, okay, I would have found her in the cache no matter what. Do you only give cards to, could you only do 4 and 5 variants for stuff that is from 5 to the actual 6 drops? Is like, imagine if Galactus had a variant that you could get for gold or gold. So imagine they made a bundle where you could buy with gold or cash a Galactus bundle. And you know eventually you're going to get a variant of Galactus because that's going to happen. But then do you ever bother to save up tokens to try to use your tokens on Galactus? And that's the problem with the bundles, because I'd like to see bundles collect cash, and I know certain people spend cash on bundles regardless. I know somebody up here is going to like this variant here, scroll on. And it's going to be a long time before this variant actually ends up being in any other cache. That's how you would protect the effort. Saying that, hey, if you want to get it now, maybe in, I don't know, 6 months they'll let it be in a random cache so you can get it in the variant cache. But it's a balancing act is high. People who are at that point where they have a good hook of a card, and they see a card that comes up, or they could spend gold on it, especially the gold one, and they sit there and go, is this truly worth it? Is the token worth it? Because this is the equivalent to doing a good Token Tuesday, like 4 or 5 times. But even this doesn't match up for the Token Tuesday. And as much as the variant's nice and the avatar's nice, until they can fix the variants do more on the board, like they have a different animation or something like that. You having a variant doesn't mean anything to a lot of people, in my opinion. Sometimes I'll see a variant and be like, ooh, that's a neat variant. But if I own the card, I'm not going to go on my way to get the variant. And the boosters are basically, for lack of a better word, the worst thing in the game. Because a booster is the most available currency, I should say. Because even if you can't collect stuff for the XP track anymore, if you put Scroll Girl in your deck and you want to collect boosters for Scroll Girl, you can collect boosters for Scroll Girl all day every day. Even when all your XP is gone, even when you hit your 10-hour limit, you will still collect boosters for cards in your deck. And part of what I want to have happen in the future, well, part of what they talked about having is having what are called booster banks, where you can go into your deck and pick one card from your deck and put a booster bank. So all the games that you play, the boosters that you get go to her. It already sort of exists. If you ever play an Agatha deck, she has a booster magnet on her. So even though you play other cards in your deck, all the boosters that you get will go straight to Agatha. They could change that and they could put it on other cards. It has to be a card in the deck that you're currently playing. So you put your booster magnet on one of the cards that's in the deck that you're playing. You could probably have different booster magnets on different cards and different decks. But boosters are the cheapest thing ever. And the problem is these avatars, as great as they are, and I like my avatar, don't get me wrong. It's just, they don't do anything. I have never looked at somebody's avatar and went, oh, that's a neat avatar. Mostly because you don't see it a lot. It's not a prominent feature in the game, so there's no reason behind it. The avatar and the titles become secondary because there's nothing that says, oh, look at this avatar. And until they can fix that issue of it, yeah, I'll see somebody with this avatar, but I won't care. I've never seen an avatar and been like, ooh, I want that avatar. And part of that comes from the fact that you really don't have a shop where you could pick up avatars. And even if you did, the avatars still aren't doing anything, they're just a picture. Have they ever add something where they have an avatar shop, maybe a title shop? That could be something where they could actually make more money off of it. Like, you know, here's your daily offers for cards, here's your token shop for cards that you're missing, and then below this you could have a place where you have your avatar shop. I'd rather have an avatar shop than a quick fast upgrade bundle, but even if you want to keep that in there, just add an avatar shop, add a title shop. Then you could have different titles rotating through there, different avatars. Maybe have some avatars that you can buy with gold, some avatars that you can buy with cash. Maybe have one avatar a day that's gold, one avatar a day that's cash, and one avatar a day that's credits. And have one title that's gold, one title that's cash, and one title that's credits. And maybe throw another one in there each with collector's tokens, but because you see some of these, if you see an avatar that you do like or whatever, the only way that you can possibly get them is to roll the infinite dice on that. Unless they're in a bundle with this one, you can look at bundle. So after a while, you still go, well, it's an avatar I don't own, but it's not an avatar in a bundle status. Or it's a title that I don't own and I like, but it's not in a bundle. So the only way that I can possibly get it is to roll the cash dice and hope that it comes up in my favor. And after a while, when you don't get them to open that, you sit there and go, oh, I don't care. And that's the problem with all these bundles. So much of this stuff just starts to become unimportant. The fact that my daily offers, I can't choose who I want to find or variants that I want to find. Maybe in the future they'll change just the variant one I want to find, but I'd like to pin even stuff in here. Like, I would love to pin this variant, being like, hey, I like this variant, when we pin it, I don't have the gold for it right now, but maybe in a week or two I will. Or, hey, find me more variants by this artist, or find me more variants that look like this. It's not. The problem with the bundles is sometimes it seems like it's locking you in to a whole bunch of stuff you don't want, but the one thing that you kind of do want. Because of that fact, it makes it harder for people who are closer to being done, closer to having a lot of the collection, not want to buy the bundles. Because there's not a lot of value there. And I know somebody can always argue that there's value in tokens, there's value in, everything. But if you only care about series 3, then even the collector's tokens start to fade off your back. Now, if you're going to be on the very edge case, every time something with collector's tokens comes up, you think about buying it because at the very least you sit there and go, this is, like this particular one, you would buy it just for the collector's token, saying that this is most of a new card. Like, this would buy you stature or get you basically about half of the new card that just came out, this stagger one. So, if you're bleeding edge, anytime collector's tokens come up, there is. But if you're just series 3 complete, the only reason you'll be buying this would be for the variant, basically. And you always gotta watch out on the prices, and that's the problem. You gotta do the prices in your head, you gotta convert everything back to how much anything is worth. A variant that's basically, I'm gonna call this a super rare variant, would basically be about 1,200 gold. That's me being generous. And then the tokens are worth like 45, so if you throw the two of those together, you're coming out basically fine, but That's all you're doing. You're buying Token Tuesdays here, and you're buying a $1,200 variant. And I would like to see them do something else that's more interesting sometimes. Because it's really hard to help secondary. That's the word I want to use. I'm going to use the word help for this. Because a lot of these things, I just don't see the value. And I used to see the value in them, but that's when I was before Series 3, and I was buying them because I was missing Series 3. And to be honest with you, if I could go back in time and tell myself, don't buy these, you'll eventually get the Series 3 card, I would have, but I also wanted to blame myself and be like, yeah, that's fine, but let me play the card right now. The main issue that you run into when you start hitting the Series 3 wall is the jump from Series 3 to Series 4 is big. And if you want to stay at Series 3, you'll start collecting stuff, but everything that you see in the bundle starts becoming more worthless because you already own these cards. And the main reason that you would want to buy something from a token shop or buy anything from the shop is to play something you don't have. At least that's how I would do it. I mean, you want to spend your gold on this and you want to support second dinner, or if you're just like, hey, I finally got up enough gold for a decently good token bundle, let me blow it on this, that's fine. I mean, it's your money, do what you need to do. If you wanted, but I would like to see something change on these token bundles in the future, because to me, they're starting to become blunders. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play, hold, ball.